Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something that, if you're a Washington Commanders fan, will get you really excited. And if you haven't been following closely, it's time to pay attention, because it looks like we're witnessing the birth of one of the best rookie quarterbacks in NFL history. Yes, I'm talking about him, Jayden Daniels. The guy is playing top-notch football, and the best part is that the numbers show this isn't just beginner's luck. There's a lot of good stuff coming, and I'm going to tell you all the details. So go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and stick with me until the end, because this news is going to surprise you. Now, let's go back in time a bit to the 2023 draft. That draft where everyone was eyeing the quarterbacks, right? The Carolina Panthers did everything to get Bryce Young in the first position, trading with the Chicago Bears. It seemed like a safe choice, after all. Young was an undisputed talent at Alabama. Right after, the Houston Texans picked C.J. Stroud, who had been crushing it at Ohio State. There was a lot of expectation on these guys. But what happened? Well, as the NFL loves to surprise us, Young ended up disappointing, to the point of losing the starting spot to a 36-year-old veteran. Stroud, on the other hand, had a sensational rookie season and won the Offensive Rookie of the Year award. But what about the 2024 draft? This is where the story starts to get good for the Commanders. The Bears, who had gotten the Panthers' first pick, took Caleb Williams, the USC guy. But it was with the second pick that the Washington Commanders made a masterful move. They brought in Jayden Daniels from LSU. And look, this choice has everything it takes to change the future of the franchise. Before, the team was a joke, but with Daniels in charge, it's a different story. You could say that finally the Washington Commanders have found their franchise quarterback. And let's be real, folks, Daniels' numbers are out of this world. I'm not exaggerating. In just 4 weeks of the 2024 season, the guy is playing like he's an experienced veteran, not a rookie. His EPA per dropback is 0.32. It might seem like just a number, but let me explain. This is the highest recorded for any rookie quarterback since 2000. He's leading the NFL in this aspect, with a total EPA of plus 50, ahead of none other than Josh Allen, who has plus 136.7. In other words, Daniels is simply carrying the team on his back. And if you think that's all, get this. Daniels' pass completion rate is at 82.1%. That's the best mark in any 4-game period for a quarterback who has made at least 100 pass attempts since 1950. It's a big deal, folks. To give you an idea, the Commanders have already had 23 scoring drives this season, and Daniels has only had 19 incomplete passes. You know who was the only team in NFL history to have more scoring drives than incomplete passes in the first 4 games of a season? The Los Angeles Rams back in 1973. And now, the Commanders are right there at the same level. Can you believe it? And what about the efficiency of the Commanders' offense? Believe it or not, the 2024 team has the second highest EPA per drive in the first 4 games of a season in NFL history. The only team that surpasses this mark is the 2007 Patriots, that legendary Tom Brady team. It's surreal to think that a team that was a joke not long ago is now being compared to one of the best offenses of all time. Now, there's a detail that shows how much Daniels isn't just another quarterback who makes safe, risk-free passes. He's aggressive in the right measure and knows when to attack. On passes from 10 to 19 yards, he completed 18 of 21 attempts, for a total of 294 yards, with a touchdown and no interceptions. His rating on these passes is 134.6, the second best in the NFL, behind only Brock Purdy. On longer passes, 20 yards or more, he had a more modest performance, with 2 of 8 passes completed, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and a rating of 69.8. You can see that the deep ball isn't his strongest weapon yet, but the coolest thing is that he's improving with each game, correcting mistakes and evolving. And folks, we can't not talk about the Commanders' crushing victory over the Arizona Cardinals last Sunday. It was 42-14, and this victory had a special flavor for 2 people, Jayden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury, our offensive coordinator. Daniels, for those who don't remember, started his college career playing in Arizona for Arizona State before transferring to LSU. Kingsbury, in turn, was the Cardinals coach from 2019 to 2022. It was a revenge and overcoming game for these two, and Coach Dan Quinn made sure to give the game ball to Kingsbury. You can see that this group is more united than ever, and this only increases our expectations for the rest of the season. All right, let's talk about that moment that gave us all butterflies in our stomachs. Everyone knows that rookie quarterbacks tend to make a few mistakes, and Daniels was no different. In the first half against the Arizona Cardinals, he threw his first NFL interception. It was a deep pass that looked promising, but Cardinals cornerback Garrett Williams was in perfect position and ended up intercepting the throw. Anyone watching, just like me, must have had that feeling of, I wonder if this guy is going to feel the pressure. But you know what happened on Daniels' next attempt? He almost repeated the mistake. That's right, another late pass for McLaurin, and Williams almost intercepted it again. At that moment, the stadium went silent and everyone held their breath. But then, my friend, that's when Daniels showed what he's made of. The guy didn't let the pressure get to him. He calmed down, took a deep breath, and from there, he was almost flawless. Only 2 incompletions after that scare. That kind of reaction is what separates good quarterbacks from great ones. And the truth is, defenses can't count on Daniels making the same mistakes. If he makes a mistake, you can be sure he learns from it. And fast. We saw it on the field. We saw the maturity of a player who is adapting quickly to the pace of the NFL. And if defenses don't capitalize on these rare mistakes, they won't have many other chances to catch this guy off guard. And speaking of the future, it's worth noting that Daniels is surrounded by a great supporting cast. We have talented receivers, a solid offensive line, and of course, a coaching staff that is very attentive to the needs of our quarterback. All of this contributes to him being able to evolve even faster. It's hard not to get excited about what the future holds, especially if Daniels continues to learn from his mistakes and improve his game. Now, speaking of the game itself, Daniels has already shown that he can command a complex offense in a way that you wouldn't expect from a rookie. He's already processing plays so fluidly that he reminds us of guys like Patrick Mahomes or Matthew Stafford, who dominate pocket movement and make no-look passes as if it were child's play. Anyone who watched that 17-yard play to Luke McCaffrey knows what I'm talking about. Daniels made a quick read, avoided pressure, and threw the ball like he was playing a pickup game in his backyard. And the Cardinals? They had no answer. It's the kind of play where you can only tip your hat, accept that the guy is good and move on. And let's be honest, fans. We've seen rookies start well in the NFL and then fall apart, right? But with Daniels, it feels different. He's not just physically gifted, and believe me, he has plenty of that. The guy is 6'4", weighs 210 pounds, and is fast. But he also has a brain, he has vision, and that makes all the difference. In the 2023 season, when he won the Heisman Trophy, you could already tell that he understood the game on a different level. And now, in the NFL, he's showing that that wasn't beginner's luck. I remember watching some of his plays last year, and the way he read the field was impressive. Now, with the Washington Commanders, he's only improving on that. Coach Quinn, right after the game against Arizona, said something that really caught my attention. He talked about how Daniels doesn't let anything, absolutely nothing, interfere with his preparation. That even includes his return to the state of Arizona, where he played for Arizona State University. Quinn said he talked to Daniels before the game and was impressed with the maturity of the kid, who handled all that pressure like a true professional. He stayed steady throughout the entire process in terms of preparation, Quinn said. He also mentioned that Daniels and the other quarterbacks were always together, watching film, discussing strategies, even in the nights leading up to the game. That shows the level of commitment from our quarterback. And it's precisely this commitment that makes us believe that Daniels won't just be another flash in the pan. No, fans. He's here to stay. And what we've seen so far is just the beginning. Coach Kingsbury, for example, has adjusted his playbook to give Daniels more options. He's not afraid to make long, complex plays, but he also knows when he needs to secure quick, safe yards. This balance is rare to see in such young players. The guy is a prodigy, and if he keeps this up, he's going to be one of the biggest names in the NFL for years to come. Another point that got me excited was how Daniels handles external pressure. And look, it can't be easy for him. Imagine going back to Arizona, where you made history, won the Heisman Trophy, and now you're playing against a team from your old stomping grounds. That would mess with anyone, but Daniels handled it all in an exemplary way. He stayed focused, put his emotions aside, and went out there and did what he had to do. That's the kind of mentality you need in an offensive leader. Now, the question that won't go away: will Daniels maintain this level until the end of the season? Are we witnessing the beginning of a legendary career, or will we still see some fluctuations in his performance? Stay tuned. Let me know what you think in the comments, because this discussion is just beginning. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, Take the opportunity now. Here you can follow everything firsthand about the Washington Commanders and our future superstar quarterback. Now it's your turn, folks. Will Daniels continue to surprise, or are we being overly optimistic? I want to see you interacting in the comments. Let's debate, because this is just the beginning of a journey that promises a lot of excitement for us, Commanders fans.